Hey, it's Preston Pugmire. I am so excited to talk to you about goal setting. Dude, let's start it off like this. There are so many ways to set goals. I mean, you look at, there's so many different planners. Brenda Bouchard's got one. Chalene Johnson's got one. Michael Hyatt, there's all these different, how do I set goals? What's the best way to do it? This is how I look at it. My friend, Jake Ballantyne, he recently lost 55 pounds in 1 year. And people were always asking him, dude, how did you do that? What's the best weight loss program? What's the best fitness program? What's the best nutrition program? Because he actually freaking did it. And so they're saying, what's the best one? And his response is, the best one is the one that you will do. That's it. So the best goal setting program or strategy is just the one that you're going to do. It's the one that you're going to follow. This is the one that I use, and so I'm going to share it with you. But really, it comes down to just release the drama from it. Drama is just any unnecessary thoughts, any unnecessary emotions. Let it go, man. People put too much emphasis on goals, resolutions, whatever. And by too much emphasis, I mean too much meaning. Too much meaning about what does this mean if I succeed? What does this mean if I fail? What does it mean about me? Effing let that go. You don't need to bring the drama into it. You just don't. So here's the process. You got to figure out what you want. It seems so simple, so obvious, but here's the thing. People don't set goals because they're often not clear on what it is that they want, what they want to create, what they want to be experiencing, what they want their life to be looking like. And if you are not clear, don't judge yourself, have compassion, and then just say, okay, new goal. Number one goal, get clarity on what I want. That's it. Start there. I need clarity. So give yourself a deadline. I'm going to get clear on what I want my life to look like, and I'm going to do that within the next 7 days. Give yourself a deadline. Give yourself a deadline. Force yourself to get clear. And I have 4 areas, the 4 areas of life that we kind of focus on. We break it down into career, finance, relationships, personal and emotional, and then health and fitness. What do you want to be experiencing in each of those situations? Think about it. Get clear on that. Some of the ways that you can think about what you want, get clarity, is when I look at other people. What do I admire about them? What am I inspired about with their situation, with the way that they operate, with the way that they show up? And then you can be like, what elements of that, what aspects of that am I drawn to? What aspects of that resonate with me? And then you can start to get clear on what it is that you want. So anyway, boom, got that clarity. Here's the deal. Do not jump too far. Don't set a goal to lose 100 pounds. Don't set a goal to quadruple your income. And this, because that's what I did, not the 100 pounds one, but I set a goal to quadruple my income. And my coach was like, okay, how do you feel about that? And I was like, man, this seems so far away. He's like, then you'll never do the things necessary to get to it because it seems like it's so far in the future. So I feel like you got to set goals that are dream big, stretch yourself. But right now, for this specific introductory type of a thing, that's not where we're going. That's not your next step, is to just 10x everything. That is a step, but it comes later. For now, this is the kind of criteria that I use. Can you wrap your heart around it? Not can you wrap your mind around it. Can you wrap your heart around it? And does it stretch you? Because if it's an easy thing, then it's just going to happen anyway, and it's not going to push you, and then you're not going to grow. And then it's not a goal. You're just letting yourself off the hook because it's just going to happen. But can you wrap your heart around it? Because for me, 4Xing my income, I couldn't wrap my heart around. So I was like, okay, I'll start with double. Okay, I can double my income. I can wrap my heart around that. And that's a big step. That's a big stretch. So think about it in terms of that. Now, if you are procrastinating setting goals, or if you are procrastinating doing the steps to accomplish the goals, any sort of action steps or accomplishing, the procrastination is not the issue. It's not. Think about this. I talk about this in one of my podcasts, Next Level Life podcast. You should listen to it. But I talk about procrastination in the context of If you find yourself procrastinating something, you're avoiding doing something, right? But you think you're avoiding doing the task, like writing a chapter of the book, or doing a post, or contacting follow-ups for sales processes or whatever. That's not what you're avoiding. It might seem like it's what you're avoiding, but it's really not. Figure out why. Why are you avoiding that? Why are you avoiding doing the thing? Why are you avoiding exercising? Why are you avoiding following up with sales leads? Why are you avoiding having that difficult conversation with your partner or spouse? Like, why? Because once you figure that out, that is your first thing you got to handle. Not the steps or the strategies or the things that are going on that you think you're avoiding, because those are the actions you're avoiding. I want you to think about, why are you avoiding those actions? Because it generally comes down to a feeling like, I'm avoiding rejection, I'm avoiding discomfort, I'm avoiding the possibility of feeling like a failure, right? And so deal with that first. Then, okay, all of this stuff is mindset. Then we get to the actual thing. Here's a list of practical action steps. The first thing I want you to do, instead of, okay, you're clear on what you want, and you're actually wrapping your heart around it, and it's something that stretches you, pushes you. I want you to take a break and write down a list of 25, 35 wins that you have had in the last 90 days, in the last year. Pick a time frame. Don't go longer than a year. Last 12 months, last 90 days. Write down a list of all your wins. I have a list here of all of my wins that I wrote down, and I thought it was right there. It doesn't matter. It's a piece of paper with some writing on it, whatever. I'm very intentional about keeping track of my wins so that I can use them as evidence to support the fact that I can create new wins. Write down all your wins. You'll get a flow. You'll get a momentum going. It'll activate the optimism portion of your brain, start lighting up. And then you can be starting to look at possibilities. So, boom. So now you have a list of wins. Now, go to those 4 areas: career, finance, relationships, personal and emotional, and then health and fitness. And I want you to choose one goal for each area. Your brain is going to be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Especially as a creative person, as an entrepreneur, we have 1,000 ideas. Knock it off. Just focus on one thing. Now, it can either be an outcome or a process. We'll talk about that in a second. But really, I want you to narrow this down. Narrow it down. Choose one. And you could be like, what about this other one? Accomplish the first goal and then move on to that one. Like, there is an infinite amount of goals. You're putting this time frame, you're putting this crunch on you, and it's the options are crippling you. They're crushing you. So just relax, set a goal. 1. Now, then we'll break it down into the things that need to be accomplished to create it. But here's the deal. When you have that one goal, you can choose something that will be a domino, right? You accomplish this goal, and it knocks down all these other dominoes that will then accomplish. Like, for example, you want to get out of debt, and you want to make X amount of dollars per year, and you want to enroll new clients, and you want to start this business. They're scattered all over the place. Pick one goal that will knock down all the other ones. For example, is it X amount of dollars? I want to make $15,000 a month, whatever. From there, that will allow you the options to get out of debt. If you are making $15,000, it will mean that you started that business. If you know what I'm saying? There are other aspects of it. Choose one goal that will be a domino, or will make other goals just obvious or easy or unnecessary because it'll just happen. Okay? So choose one goal. Now, it's got to be measurable. Okay? So what does this look like? It's measurable to make $15,000 a month, but in the relationships category, it maybe have a connected relationship with my spouse. That's not like a measurable goal, right? What are the units of connection that you can measure? And so in that case, it would be a process goal. So what I mean by that is, so outcome is like 15,000 a month. Outcome, boom. We'll break it down from there. But process goal is the North Star that's always going to lead us and guide us and walk beside us is the connected relationship with my spouse. What are the things that have to happen? What are the processes that have to happen? Non-negotiable weekly date night, right? Non-negotiable. Putting phones away at 9:30 p.m. Intentional 15 minutes of conversation, eye contact conversation with my spouse every single day about something other than the children. Sending one lovey-dovey text every single day. Like those are measurable. You can put it on a calendar. You can specifically, intentionally do it, right? So those are the processes by which you would kind of measure the outcome of connected relationship. For health and fitness, maybe you're at an ideal weight, an ideal body percentage, an ideal feeling of energy, power, those different types of things, and so you just want to maintain it. So the goal, the North Star is maintain this. The process by which we can do that is nutrition plan, follow the nutrition plan very, very intentionally. Only allow myself to work or to eat out 1 time a week, 2 times a week, whatever you choose. I'm going to exercise 4 times a week at this time with my trainer or in these group classes or whatever. Those are the process goals. If you have a weight loss goal, then you have, okay, my North Star is lose 15 pounds. That is my North Star. How am I going to accomplish that? I'm going to, like they said, the other things like work out this many times a week on these specific days. Get specific, because then it's not, the main problem I see with people's goals is they're nebulous. They're just like, feel better, eat healthier, be nicer, be more in love with make more money. No, those are not goals. They're not. Just straight up. Be very specific. Create a situation where you either accomplish them or you don't, because then you don't let yourself off the hook. Compassion along the way for everything that you're doing. Okay, now you choose one goal in each area, okay? And then break it down into the process that needs to happen. Then you go through and you have something called stupid idea time. Stupid idea time is, what if this were going to be the thing that needed to happen, or if this goal was going to actually get accomplished? What are the most interesting, most obvious, most stupid, most smart, what are all the ideas? And the reason you call it stupid idea time is because an idea has to have room to breathe. And stupid idea time means that there's no judgment. So just let yourself just say all the possibilities about how this goal could get created. Then you ask yourself this question. This is a very, very important question. What conditions have to be present in order for me to accomplish this goal? What are the conditions that have to be present? If you have a problem waking up on time, then you're hitting the snooze. What conditions have to be present for you to wake up at 6? You have to get an alarm clock with no snooze. Just remove the drama from it. If you don't have access to a snooze, then you won't hit it. I'm kind of done with willpower and that kind of thing. I just want to create intentional conditions that will ensure that my goals get reached, whether that's in the environment that the goals are being taken place in, the accountability, just specific physical things like an alarm clock, whatever. Create the conditions that are absolutely necessary and just create them so you have no excuse. Just deal with all your excuses beforehand. So the things are going to happen. If you have trouble getting up and working out, sleep in your workout clothes. Just make it easier for yourself. Stupid idea time. What are all the conditions that have to be present in order for me to accomplish this? Second big question. Who do I have to become to accomplish this goal? That is the thing. There is a version of you that already has that goal accomplished. What does that version of you think, feel, do? What does that version of you not think, not feel, and not do? And then you have to become that person in order to accomplish the goal. So become the person first. Write those things down and then do it. Put it on the calendar. Create time blocks for yourself and then put it on the calendar. Like get yourself, put it on the calendar with a notification. I get notifications all the time about this is your time to do this. It's your time to do this. It's your time to do this. And then I don't negotiate with myself. No more negotiation. Oh, I could do this, or I've had I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I probably, maybe I could let myself not work out. No negotiation. Your ego is a terrorist. You don't negotiate with terrorists. 100% commitment is easy. 99% commitment is hard because you focus on arguing and negotiating over that last 1%. Just make the decision first and then do it. So recap, one goal in every area. That's it, just one. Career, finance, relationships, personal, emotional, health, and fitness. Then write a list of your wins so that you get momentum, right? Then choose it as far as a process, a measurable process. Then put it in the calendar. What conditions have to be present for me to make this happen? Who do I have to become to accomplish this goal? Let me know what you create. I'm excited.